permission of our chief guest this afternoon, we are going to start a very important program that is called valedictory function. The 5 days works is going to be concluded today. So the Honorable Registrar Sri Zotan Kumar, the Dean School of Social Sciences, Professor Zokai Tuangi, then Sri Dalun Moya, DIG3, Police Headquarters, Mizoram, the Vice Chancellor, IPFI University, Bina Lakshmi Nepram in absentia, I think she is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege to be in your midst this very afternoon. This gathering is very, very special and very unique in its own way. So, sir, I would like to inform the audience, even our official guest this afternoon, that the Women's Study Center, which was established on 1st April 2016, that has been sponsored by the University Grant Commission, as you can see there in the banner behind us. So this program has started from 14th of this month, means last Monday. So the first day was actually utilized to deliberate on working towards ensuring women's state diversity policy and ensuring a gender-just society. So the opening day was held there in the conference hall of Hotel Regency, Zarkot. So in which Bina Lakshmi Nepram and her team, who are from Control Arm Foundation of India, then another women networking, gun survival women in the state of Manipur. Their team could come, then we could deliberate on, in a collaborate basis, on this very issue. In the evening of that first day, we could come to the conclusion that this meeting could also bring out a resolution. So that resolution has been drafted, then that has to be submitted to the government of Mizoram and to the government of India. I shouldn't go in detail. So that is how the first day was actually spent. So our Honorable Minister P.C. Khandiana, Minister of Social Welfare, was kind enough to grace the occasion as a chief guest of that very first day. So from the next day, we could utilize the following 4 days as our technical days, technical session days. So the first 3 sessions has been utilized as a technical session in which technical people could act as a resource person, deliberating on a particular issue in which the participants as well as the organizing team could also learn many important things from the resource person. So the fourth and the last session of every day has been spent in which the open session has been given. We used to call those who are having a great contribution to this society. So we could draw from different walks of life to share their experiences about their contribution for the women cause, for the cause of the society. So we could also draw a wonderful and distinguished personality as a resource person, equally good participants in this gathering. Without them, it is not possible. I am too moved to have such a wonderful participants for these 5 working days. You know, we have requested the police headquarters to depute officers, especially women personnel, if they can depute. So they could send 6 of them, who too are also very qualified police officers. We can see with their uniforms. They look so smart, you know. Just by seeing them also, how secure people, you know. They are actually going to a competitive exam. Mizoram Public Service Commission, they are above the average, you know. So when women are given a chance, you know, so well, they can do better than many men, you know, than average men. That Pui Pudapte C-tops in her batch, you know. I don't know how many of them have topped in their batch. I don't know. I know Pui is the first lady who qualified directly. They are the qualified directly and through the Mizoram Public Service Commission. So they will be confirmed. They will be given an IPS also in a few days to come. So we are very proud of them. You know, equally good, you know, from the government organizations also, you know, senior officers will go. So one of the senior most, officers in forest department, we could have Moite. You know, she is also waiting for appointment of the Indian Forest Service. She is here in our midst. Right from the beginning, our contribution is, I cannot express in words. So like that, we have from social welfare, Jennifer and her friend. Then I don't know whether I missed out, from other, government organization, when I found out that who are actually deserving a certificate of 1 week, program, certificate that we are going to award. So I could find that there are 4 senior officers from government organizations. So the rest of us, teachers in the universities and colleges, then we could have a few male members, because this time we left down the male purposefully. So that we are sensitized. How to go about it, how to work for the women, how to help the society. This is how we actually purposefully, programmed this, 1 week, long capacity building. So to add the wonderful team, we could also have Pinar Laxmi and her team. They were 4, including her. But today, some of them have to leave for their headquarters. So she stayed back. Then they were there on Monday. Then they have to move on to Champai to have a very important meeting. Then they could come back last night. Then she stayed back for this very important program. So we are too grateful to her also. She is an international figure, not only the national figure. She also has so many contributions, at the global level, at the national level, at the Northeast level, even at the state level also. So that is how we could do a wonderful team for this program, sir. So I shouldn't take long. I think that is good enough. And on behalf of the organizing team, I welcome each and every one of you. So especially our official, dignified persons, in spite of a tight schedule in their dignified office, they have got a piles of work, neck deep work to perform, but they could spare their valuable time to spend this very important meeting in this august gathering. I should say thank you to each and every one of them individually, but the time is too young. I should say, so that we share more during late lunch also. So with these few words, I welcome each and every one of you once again. So we will proceed as per our program, as you can see here on the slide. That chairperson, I'm Professor Lalne Isovi, Disability Honorary Director, Women's Study Center. So I really have to dig the earth, have to scratch, from nothing that we are going to make something. With the blessing of our authority and my colleague in the university, I hope we will be able to do. And to begin with, this is the first program in a proper way. So the feedback we are going to hear from our participants that Lara Moi, who is now in the forest department, then Ms. Dalun Moi Varte, then Arda Tankumi, they will actually identify their designation also, and then it may be important for officials also. So then we will expect a speech from our guest of honor, our first lady, I should say. We could have so many, Dean, School of Social Sciences. So the Department of Public Administration and the Women's Study Center is called under the School of Social Sciences. So we could have a right man. She could also come and join for some time, even yesterday, also appreciating the activities we have in this. So, Professor Zongkai Duami, Dean School of Social Sciences, she is the first, women dean within the School of Social Sciences, and she could spare her valuable time. And she is a professor and former head Department of Psychology also. Then we can also expect a speech from our special guest, Sri Lalun Moya, MPS, AIG 3, Police Headquarters, ISO. So we are also going to hear some few words at least, even though he is very new, but he is not new in the academy. Lieutenant General Dr. Anil Kumar Misra. Kumar has missed out here, but this is sorry, sir. Who is newly appointed as a Vice Chancellor of ICFI University here in Mizoram. Okay? So, anyway, we will tell later on. Then valedictory speech will be delivered by Sri C. Zoltan Kuma, ID and AS, Register MZU. Then distribution of certificate. This is very important for academicians, we know. So we want to have it in such a very, again, sincere and serious manner. Distribution of this certificate. Who really deserve to get a certificate, we should give that. In order of to appreciate the actually hard work that has been put during these 5 days. 5 days. Then finally we can come to the vote of thanks. Then the last item would be the lunch we will be having in this guest house itself, the lunch. So that is how we are going to carry out our program. So let me invite feedback from the participants. Ms. Lara Moi Silo, you please do identify yourself.
It's okay. This is how I prefer. I was looking for a lecture, but there was a need anyhow. This makes me more disciplined and more confident. So yeah, as she has mentioned, my name is Lara Moi Silo. Actually, I did my training. This is a 2 years training in the Body Assistant Conservator of Forest. I did my training in 1984-86, and I happened to be the first lady. We were told not to say lady, no? Yeah. But anyway, to distinguish myself, from others, I'm the first lady in India. But somehow our promotion chances are so slim that my batchmates in the State Forest Service College, Dehradun, they are now in a very senior position, enjoying IFS-ship for so many years. But fortunately, I may be the next person in line to be IFS to be promoted in Mizoram segment. So, okay. I've given this, Ms. Janet has asked me to do the feedback in just a few words, but that is totally impossible for me. So, I have lots of, points to say, so I'll rush out and I'll try to stick to a very few minutes. I have written all the, important points which I This is my personal thing, so bear with me, and I will read out so that I will spend less time. Respected Chairman and Director, Women's Studies Center, Mizoram University, Head of Department of Public Administration, Mizoram University. Then we have our Chief Guest, Sri C. Zotankumar Registrar, Mizoram University, and internationally renowned Ms. Bina Lakshmi Nevaram. You know her very well, she needs no further introduction. And we have two special guests of honor. One is Professor Zokai Tuami, Dean, School of Social Sciences, and we also have Sri Lallu Moya, AIG3, Police Headquarters, and a very special guest, Lieutenant General Dr. Adil Kumar Mishra, Vice Chancellor, ICFI, Mizoram, who has recently joined, and young energetic ladies from Social Welfare, Police Department, friends and accomplished participants. A very warm and good afternoon to you all once again. It is indeed yet again a privilege and an honor to have this opportunity to present to you feedback on the just concluded workshop, which obviously has been enjoyed by each and every one of us. I will try to be very brief to give more time to others because more speakers are giving feedback. The points, the words that I'm going to read out do not necessarily imply the opinion of others, but it is based solely on my own experiences, understanding and opinion. Those wonderful last 4 or 5 days, it's been without any doubt a transforming moment. Couple of days. Honestly, I can't put into words the importance of these couple of days to me. Attending this workshop has been very beneficial to me. It has helped me to understand other people more, and more importantly, to understand myself more. It has been very worthwhile as I am learning to make peace with myself and with others. It has been today truly fantastic. I've started thinking differently about any situation, and I pause and consider the other person's real feelings and needs. It has also given me real insight into how I habitually see myself. I very much enjoyed the way the workshop unfolded. Almost all the topics learned, I'm sure, will allow me to relate to the work and home life situations. It is a well-designed, aptly structured course presented by very professional and experienced speakers in their own fields. You would agree with me what an inspirational workshop it has been. It was professionally run and jam-packed, full of information. The hall content was interesting and well thought out. The informal and participatory style facilitated reflection and living in a non-threatening way. With ease, with everyone having the opportunity to engage and be engaged. In other words, I would applaud the organizers to have created such a conducive atmosphere where all of us had a chance to stand out, represent ourselves, where we could really share openly about our needs and fears, our plus points and negative points. At first, initially actually, I was so apprehensive, slightly intimidated, but somehow in the course of the proceedings, I became to realize that I need not remain silent. And then I've been one of the most active, talkative participants. I simply couldn't remain silent. They made us feel at least. So that is what I mean to say. To me, it was an amazing introduction in such a short time with quite a number of vibrant, young and energetic people. I'm very absent-minded. I could not remember any one of you, but during a very short period of time, you have made me, I can call many of you, most of you. So this is what I mean to say. Indeed, it is very enriching personally and professionally. Okay, those are the points. And coming to the speakers. Our speakers were great, I should say, very knowledgeable, and their vast experiences were an added value to the course contents. Each speaker provided unique information and interesting presentation styles that make us fully engaged. Every speaker could provide a package of energizer, which was fun. Very indeed energizing. All have excellent communication skills. I'm absolutely impressed. And I feel comfortable despite my shortcomings in public speech, but then they made me feel at ease, as if the fact that they have spelled out that I'm one of the senior most officers in the government of Mizoram among us, so they made me feel comfortable and speak out. Although I'm not a very good orator. Speak out here. Then I liked how speakers encouraged and facilitated group discussions and input of different experiences. They are very friendly, outgoing and prompted over open conversation. They have all great first-time experience and technical background, teaching approach, maintain appropriate speed. This is what I am amazed, and kept presentation interesting. I appreciate them using appropriate anecdotes to make it more easy to understand. At the end of every presentation, I left feeling it was the most important one so far. This demonstrates the empowerment I derive from each speaker. I like the energy, dynamism, focused in a gentle but humorous way. I found all the speakers eloquent. They are so eloquent. Isn't it amazing how many aspiring speakers there are among resource? Because this is a platform where all of us, it has surprised me like anything. Because in our own department, you will not see that senior officers, they are not so fluent in English. The fluency which you have maintained here, it really amazed me. It impressed me like a lot. I mean, very much. Okay, these are the few feedbacks. If I may to continue, the points are endless. So now let us come to the areas where we need slight improvements and adjustments. You may also, you all may feel that it is too tightly packed. Tightly packed agenda. Therefore, it would be better if we give more time for good work and some time maybe kept for more interactive sessions and role plays. Because it is fun not to have role plays. Every one of us can stand out and have their roles. And any sphere where we need to work on is strict adherence to the allotted time management. Yeah. We are always lagging behind. As I've observed, half an hour, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. So time management is required in such kind of holding workshops. Then at the same time, sitting all day from 10 a.m. to 4:30 sometimes 5, it is a bit tiresome for a lady like me who is 50 plus. May not be for you, for youngsters, for young energetic participants, but for me it is too tiresome. And
I thought you were 30.
Yeah, I would recommend some 10 minutes physical activity as well. Like we can go out in the lawn and some walking, getting fresh air like that. Then we talk about the interrelationship between body, mind, and soul. Maybe we need a brief talk on healthy lifestyle to avoid non-communicable diseases to become a more successful. I need no further explanation. This has been talked a lot about my Rene yeah, but a little bit more on healthy lifestyle, not only mental. And I would say lunch and refreshments were possible. However, due to time limitation, post-lunch sessions are too close to lunch. I encourage my people to go home. digestment, no time to actually, digestion takes time, making us feel asleep and inattentive. I would recommend age and mental health as the additional topic under mental health section, and how to cope with aging and things like that. And okay, lastly, my overall, I would say the arrangements of this meeting and hospitality and commitment of Professor Lana Zoe, the coordinator, co-coordinator, very energetic and enthusiastic Ms. Janet. Then I would see Ms. Chati, very often on the computer keeper I should say. And poor Mr. Saha also, who is very instrumental. And other guys like, where is he? Jacob. We highly appreciate, and their contribution is appreciated and commendable. Again, I would say group size is very nice, not too small, not too big. This is the perfect size. 25 to 30, that is the perfect size. Otherwise, if it goes 30, 40, then it will be a little bit crowded. My feedback would not be complete if I do not say that this has been an enriching, very satisfying moment. I will certainly use this workshop process in my personal and professional life, and I would most certainly like to attend workshops of this kind in future. So please remember that. I'm happy to attend. I very much enjoyed the course and found it incredibly useful. Better still, I hope and trust that this assembly of accomplished women will be a channel with way to network. We were talking of networking and all, and exchange ideas in future to come, in ways to come. And together, united we stand, we can help less privileged women and children to achieve a more satisfying, independent, confident, self-sufficient future. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. I look back on this past 1 week and the times we have spent here, and I feel extremely privileged to have had the opportunity to be a part of this workshop. Which I think is a very important building block in our careers and in our personal lives as well. And I think I can safely speak for my fellow colleagues sitting with me when I say this has been a very much welcome break from the daily duties and and things that we have to do daily. So I thank the coordinator and all those people who had inputs in bringing this workshop together, and thank you for having us. And I feel like P. Anai and her crew had done a huge favor for the police department as well in having us here, because you have trained us in what we have to be trained. And I think you have done a part of what is the job of the police department, and thank you for that. I think all of us here has learned one thing or the other during the time spent here. For some of us, it might have been the exact push we needed to gain personal confidence, speaking in front of people, sharing experiences. I think it has helped us in one way or the other. For some it might be more, for some it might be a little less. But I think it has all been a very fulfilling and valuable experience that we get to be a part of this workshop. The first day, the opening session, we heard, was it the second day? We heard a lecture from Pisang Luri, where she talked about the initiatives of the Mizoram Meitse Boy, and Mizoram Meitse, and personally, I had never heard of the initiatives that they had taken or the good deeds that they have done. And when I was listening to it, I was almost in tears. Like listening to the fact that the stories of how they went to the Chief Minister of Assam and met him personally and talked about their grievances to him, and how we ended up having the first metal road, black-topped road in Aizawl only because of their initiative. And it got me thinking, if those seemingly simple women can go that far can bring that much of change. How much can we do? These people participating here today, who are here today, all I believe are the fortunate people who have reached over so many other people. So I truly believe that we can bring a change, and I think it can start from here. And also I would like to mention a few things. I work in the police department, and issues relating to women, be it in the form of domestic violence or any kind of violence or abuse, these are things that I will have to deal with the rest of my service. For you, it might not be, but what you can do is you can help in creating awareness, which is something we have talked about in the workshop as well. Please create awareness wherever you go. We talked about laws, we talked about sections, we talked about Domestic Violence Act, we talked about the JJ Act, we talked about the POCSO Act. These are acts which you can read up yourself. The sections, the lines, the words, you can read it up yourself. You don't have to go out and buy the book also. If you just go to Google Play, you can download the app and you can have it in your phone. You download other apps as well, Candy Crush, every other app you have. Please take the time to download these apps and read it so that you know what is written there. You don't have to know all the sections by heart. You don't have to know numbers. You don't just see what is there, what is right, what is wrong, what is legal, and what are the steps that can be taken. And that would help a lot in creating awareness. Again, I thank the coordinators for having us, me and my friends from the police department. I thank everyone for the valuable experience, all the experiences shared. I have taken in, I believe I personally have grown a lot during this 1 week, and thank you so much for the experience. Thank you, madam.
My name is Dr. Alal Thankumi, Department of Education from Government Aizawl College. At first, I was just trying to attend the first day, but after attending the day, I was so interested in the topics, along with all the resource persons. So right now I'm here, able to attend the whole week. So I'm so grateful and thankful for the conveners, the co-conveners, letting me to attend this 1 week capacity building. So during my training here, let me say that the resource persons, they are excellent. They are so experts on their topic. So I won't point out each and every details, but when they are doing the teamwork discussions, it really helps us. And I'm so happy that I'm having new friends and all. So I'm going home with more knowledge. And then being like me, like a shy person, I'm going to be a more stronger woman. And then I believe that I'm able to help the other women or whoever needs in help. Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful feedback. But most of the feedback that has been given by the participants are positive side. We would like to hear more negative side also. The reason is that so that we do time and again of this kind in a better way, in a more effective way. That is what we want. Anyway, we have learned a lot even from us. Really learned and very qualified participants during this period. See the work they have done. These are the work they have done. We have got more there, pile up there at the corner. This is how active they were. So we don't want to, so I should say many things, and then thank you so much for your wonderful feedback from different organizations. So we would go as per our program. We would like to hear at least some words of encouragement from our Dean School of Social Sciences. So let me invite Professor Zokal Tuangi, Dean School of Social Sciences, Mizoram University. Madam, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It's so nice to hear that's your testimony regarding this. This is that you
UGC is also one quick capacity building for women leaders, academicians, and seniors officers. Not only of that academicians, even our seniors officers, like from the forestry, and young officers also. I think not only the seniors, even the young officers also here. So women leaders all are here. So not only all together, and with all of those experiences, really, when I heard about the testimony and all, I really appreciate you, not only you, that's that's honorary director, because you're just beginning, that's women study center. We just do not know from where to start, because some plans are there, but that's UGC released that some money very late, and because of that we just don't know from where to start. So I think it is a good beginning. So time is running like anything. Being the dean, many things I have to tell you, and not only the dean, I am also the professor in the psychology. Not only of that, I am that member in that Mizoram State Women Commission, and because of that, many things I have to share you. But the time is too short to talk about many things. Anyway, being the psychologist, I have to share you that I have learned a lot. About the leadership, about the social capital, about the, I think some points are mentioned here. So those things I'm not going to repeat again. We have heard all of those a lot. So now we are going to practice whatever you have learned from this capacity building. And now we are going to become very, confidently will be able to pass on whatever you have learned from here. And we are more, open up your mind to get some more experiences to help you in our services. And now what I have to tell you is that in our psychology we have psychopathology. Everyone heard about that. That is that in another easy way, it is abnormal psychology. Okay, because so many people we recruit them, and all of them are not same. After 10 years, some are coming up, and some are not improving, not developing at all. And because of that, what I have to tell you is that we all are women. Okay, women is that created by God. We all are same. Men also created by God. It does not mean that we are going to compete with that male folks. Okay, but what we are going to do is that being the women, we have to improve ourselves. Okay, how we are going to improve, I'm trying to let you know in this short speech. Okay, because we used to say that the norm is there, the societal norm is there. Some people, the same SI, the same PSP, the same IFS. Some are growing up, some are not like that. Why they are so deviant? Why they are so deviant? So as much as possible, try to become among the leaders. Try to improve yourself, try to develop yourself. Okay, in this way and that way, try to become the best one. Okay, and because why I say this thing, culture. Some people, in that culture, supposing that I'm in that Mizo, okay, I have to respect the Mizo culture, the Mizo norms. If I did not respect that and all, and then I have to pay that in the indigenous, what they are doing that and all. Everywhere if I do that, if you go to the Rome towards Roman too, we all know that. Okay, so accordingly, if you are the SI, according to that people, what they are doing is I just try to follow with that, and then if the best things are there, try to catch up that one and try to excel at it. And in connection to that, in our work, some come late, okay, and some could not come. So I used to ask them that. Among the students also, we used to start our class at 10 and they could not come at that 10. I used to ask them why you could not come up at 10. Because they are deviant from that normal people, That is why they are abnormal, So in your services, try to keep up the time and do whatever the duty, the responsibility, whatever you have to do, just try to complete that. So what I'm trying to say is that don't be a deviance, okay? And the second one is some people are dangerous. We all know that those who are dangerous, they are abnormal people. And that is, we all know that. The other thing, the other side, what I want to say is that some people are dangerous to themselves, They are taking something which is not good for their health, okay? And so if they keep taking that, after 10 years, that will work. You all know that our chief minister's wife is keep, working for that tobacco, Don't take the tobacco or whatever related to that things, And then don't be dangerous to yourself. Many other things that you know that what is not going to be good for you, okay? Just name it and just try to know what is not good for you, okay? And then try to stop that. This is that. Don't be dangerous to yourself. This is what I wanted to say that, okay? Not to others, we all know that, but don't be dangerous to yourself, okay? And the other thing what I would like to tell you is that, dysfunction, Some people say that dysfunction, maybe dysfunction, whatever the pronunciation is that, okay? Some people could not do, we in any work of that, we used to divide the work, okay? You do it, you do it. In academic, at the beginning of that semester, we used to divide a paper, okay? Some people say that I could not do it. And why you could not do it? Because whatever that the work assigned to you, just take it that, oh, this is a blessing for me. This semester also, when we are distributing that, I asked that one of our guest lecturer, you take this paper. And then after that, he said, Mom, I never touched this paper. And then I said, oh, that's very blessing for you. After you finish this semester, you'll come to know you'll be the master of this semester. So I gave him the research methodology. Whatever you just try, okay? And then if you cannot understand, you come to me, I'll teach you. Then we took it up, whatever the calculation, now he come to know all about it. That's parametric, non-parametric, now he's very master now. Things like that, okay? Beginning, you might not know that because in our police service also, you might not know, okay, this case I never take it up. But take it as a challenge, You do it, never run away from the challenge, okay? Just do it and break through and then you learn a lot, okay? This is, I wanted to tell you, okay? And the other thing is, distress. People talk about the distress and stress, maybe stress or distress, okay? Take it as a challenge, okay? Whatever that, as I already said, take it as a challenge. The same thing in different perspective we used to look at. You might know that the old story, the elephant is there and then the 7 blind monks came and the same elephant different way. Some people say that it looks like the wall, it looks like a trunk, it looks like, different perspective is there. But what you have to do is that people may do so, but you take it as a challenge, okay? Like that. So now I have already told you that 3 days. One is deviance, one is dangerous, one is dysfunction, another one is that distress, okay? Okay, sometimes you may be in distress, but after some time, utilize it that and benefit it that. And that the distress, with the distress, try to work out how to solve that problem. This morning also I told one of my driver, and he just doesn't know how to solve that problem because we have to go that way and to go this way, and he just doesn't know how to work it out. So I tell him that, okay, whatever the problem, try to know different way of how to solve it. Maybe 7 strategies, maybe 8 strategies. So take the first, and then if not work, then take the second, like that. Okay? This is what I would like to tell you that. Then the another thing what I would like to share with you is that balanced life. Okay, we are the women. We have different roles. We have to play different roles. Sometimes I am a teacher. Sometimes I am a mother. Sometimes I am the wife, mother. The leader. So different parts, different roles. We have to play. But some people, they concentrate only to that. Some people are really, power greedy. They really work hard. They are trying to become the leader, but they have forgotten their personal life. The personal life, they never pay attention to their personal health, and they never pay attention to their mental, well-being also. And they already forgotten that their own children, and their children are like that. They left out. They may be a good teacher, they may be a president, they may like that, but their children are there. So because of that, what I would like to request you is that try to keep balanced life. Balanced life. Okay. So you are the officers. In your work, be an officer, but when you come there, be a mother. Like that. So you have to keep up that balanced life, and whatever you have learned in this, you have to act out. So I used to tell that the evangelist people, they preach good things, but they themselves doesn't follow. Okay. So those who hear, their words, they really, reborn and they're really happy and they've changed their life and they're happy like that. Okay? But those people after 10 years, they are like that, okay, because they did not follow what they have preached. So the important one is whatever you have learned in this, you just, keep it up and practice it. You have back to art teacher. This is what I'd like to say. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Professor Kaitlani, she is a psychologist and teaching also, and being one of the senior most professor, she always encouraged the younger teacher also in the university. She is one of the source of inspiration for this. Thank you, madam. Bina would like to leave soon because she has an appointment with the CM. Last year also, actually we invited the CM to grace the occasion, then he could come. Then that day also he invited us. But this time he is not available, he was out of station. That's why we could not have him, but he has returned, but we have to prepare during his absence, away, then we have to finalize the program. That's why we could not have him, but he has to meet him. So let me invite Bina with the permission of the audience and then to give us a few words. Bina.
Respected members of the dignitaries present here, Professor Zoe, and to all the participants of this gathering. Thank you so much once again for giving me the opportunity. For me, I have just a couple of things to say. First of all, Mizoram is stunningly beautiful. It's so beautiful, you're so lucky, and you fought it out for 20 years. You've got your peace, you've got peace evident, and you're the future for what Northeast India should be. Provided the government of India listen to us, because even after nearly 70 years of independent India, the history of Northeast India is not in the Indian syllabus. We still continue to be discriminated as second-class citizens. That's why we have now spoken the Home Ministry for the creation of an all-India diversity policy, so that everyone, Mizos, Manipuris, Nagas, Keralites, we feel like equal citizens. That's one thing. Number two, in terms of a gender-just society, where women are treated equally, men, and to be able to get into the full development of our states, our nation. This is extremely, extremely important. I'm so happy to be able to have visited Champai, one of the largest districts of your state. I was stunned by the beauty of the place, the importance of its geostrategic importance, but I also had the opportunity to visit two shelter homes for children, where I met so many orphans. So there is a beautiful Mizoram emerging, yet if you do not take care, this is also becoming a hub of trafficking of women and girls. Your girls and women are now being sent to Singapore as servants while they tell their parents they are working in multinational corporations. We've got to be vigilant as women leaders, as women police, as women academicians, and holding different positions. It's a time to remain alert because our women from the Northeast have become prized in the sex market, particularly supplying to New Delhi, Bangalore, Goa, and other places. This is as per the discussion I had with Mrs. Lalita Kumar Mangalam and her team, who are now asking the Northeast states to be vigilant about how our children and women are being trafficked on the pretext of getting education, jobs. So we have to remain that. So with this few words, as I said, really, Mizoram, you hold the mirror to the rest of the world of how you fought for your peace, struggle for your rights and dignity. And we're really, really, for me, as very happy and privileged and honored to be here in your state, to feel your warm welcome. Particularly, I would like all of us to raise a hand to Professor Zoe. She has opened her whole heart to all of us. In a world where everyone is mistrusting, she opened the doors, her heart to say, and enabled all of us to meet. So she is truly not a good women academician, but she is a leader of all of us, together with many of you in this room. With these few words, Kalome, Manta, and thank you once again. I really apologize, I have to leave because of the appointment at 4:30. So if any one of you want to come for that meeting, I will wait for you at the gate. But as of now, I have to prepare a memorandum, take it out, together with some of the draft of our resolution. We have to get. Yeah, so 4:30, if you can come, and we'll meet there. Okay?
Okay, we will allow you. Thank you so much. Anyway, there is no time to share many things which we usually try to pick out. So let me recognize Dr. Thanpui who is in our midst. Kindly raise your hand, Thanpui. Yes, let us welcome her once again. She is the Vice President of largest women organization in the state of Mizoram, that is called Mizoram in Suikompo. She is the Vice President, and she too also a former Director of Republic College here we have. So she is a doctor in medicine. So she is here.
Physiology.
Oh, okay, physiology. Okay. We are lucky to have her, you know. So being your, I think, not for whole day like that, but she comes and especially the whole day on the first, and then the second day she could come, and the third day, and today is the last day, something like that. And then she is also actually encouraging us a lot so that we can have a fruitful deliberation during this period. So thank you, Madam, for being with us all the time, even though we don't give you a chance to speak. Thank you so much for your kindness.
So let us move on to our next program. Our next program,
As per the schedule, here we have Sri Moya, MPS AIG 3 Police Headquarters, Aizol. So we are too grateful to this police organization also for deputing their actually crucial and really having a high responsibility in their offices also, but in spite of that, they could really depute their officers for these 5 days long. So we are too grateful if please do, convey to other officers in the police organization also that we really give a big thanks, and we cannot really express in such words, I don't know English. So let me invite Sri Moya, AIG 3 Police Headquarters to give us some few words which we would like to share in this gathering. Please, Moya.
Madam Chairman, Caesar and Kuma ID and AS Registered Entity, Professor Zubai Kyongi Dean and Zafiu, Lieutenant General Retired Dr. Academicians, BC 5 Mizoram, Ms. Janet Manadimpuy Coordinator, officials from Government of Mizoram Department, my dear friends, very good afternoon once again to you all. I would like to say first of all, my thanks to P. Lalni Zobi, the coordinator, Head of Department, Public Administration, and Honorary Director, Women's Studies Center, MZU, for having invited me to this valedictory program. I will take only 2-3 seconds because it's more related with capacity building for women. I don't have much thing to say. And also the chief guest will have more time. I have seen that capacity building this program has been very successful from the feedbacks given by the participants. And I would like to congratulate and appreciate the Women's Studies Center for having concluded this capacity building successfully. I think it may be the first time of this kind. I knew organizing a training or conducting a workshop of this kind is not an easy exercise. It takes so many pains. so many expenditures and so many times from the government side also. But we have seen that it is a grand success and it will be very beneficial for the participants, I hope. I wish all the participants of this workshop, I should say, all the best in your future career. And I also would like to thank the coordinator and the organizers for having invited police department, our new officers, I should say. Only P. Thangpui is a little senior. They are very new and they have just started their careers. And I hope surely this would be of much help in their future career. So with those words, I end my speech. I once again would like to congratulate and wish the Women's Studies Center, MZU, a brighter future and better success. Thank you all.
Thank you to Moitea and Moya for giving us such a very generous words. Minister this afternoon, in spite of heavy schedule he has in this office, and we too also a short notice he could come and then physically present and give us a word of encouragement also. Thank you so much. And we also want to request you to remember the officers who have entered, which has been actually known as a men's law. So on the first day, I also requested the chief guest, Pukki Silal Tatiana, to remember the police women personnel, officers and all, when it comes to the promotion. Don't give a second thought. You do a promotion, you give a promotion if they do comes. You give a promotion right away without giving a second thought. No, don't do it. That is what we told. Okay? So this is one request to the minister who has inaugurated our first day. So that too also has to be carried to the police organization also. So, thank you so much. And let me introduce my colleagues in the Department of Public Administration. Dr. M. Muthu Lakshmi, Associate Professor. Kindly do come forward here. Lakshmi, we don't want a seat empty because we don't want to make it look bad, this photograph. She has come from Tamil Nadu. She too has got so many things to share. Then Dr. Lalchan Puivante. This from Russia. Then Mr. Babuji from Bangalore. So few of my colleagues would come and witness this gathering. Thank you so much for being able to come. Yes, at least our senior teachers and other teachers will come. So this is what I would like to share once again. Being a chairperson of this OCAS function, I took this advantage, opportunity. Why I have mentioned public administration? Because our next speaker, I should say, is a man from public administration. He is a Lieutenant General Dr. Anil Kumar Mishra. He is newly appointed as ICFI University Vice Chancellor. So he landed 2 days ago here in this very guest house, and then he could come across with one of our team members that this program is going on and all, and then in an informal way they could know each other. Then he wanted to meet us. Then he came in, and then after the function was over yesterday evening, we could meet each other, then we exchanged some few information, then we came to know that he's a man of public administration also. So we are lucky to have him in our midst this afternoon. Then, in spite of a very tight schedule he has in this new, dignified office, I should say, he is a new, I should say, for his new assignment even to this Mizoram state. So we could have him, and then so we would like to invite him to give some few words. I mean, whatever to give some few words to us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think my voice, you cannot hear it. Okay, first of all, I wish to thank the chairperson because yesterday I literally barged in and forced my way, but very kind of her to invite us today. When I say us, I also got 3 of my colleagues from the university, and they also just came with a very short notice, not even 1 hour's notice. And since my mandate is to give a short speech, I'll keep it very short. I'll tell you a story. And this is what, there was a king who had a war with a neighboring king. And in that war, he was taken a prisoner and he lost his kingdom. The other king was very generous. He said, I'll ask you one question. And I'll give you 1 year to answer that question. And if you answer it correctly, I will release you freedom and I'll give your kingdom back. So he goes back to his kingdom with the sword hanging that after 1 year, he will be done away with. So he asked his wise men as to what the answer will be. Time passes, months pass, 6 months, and it's the last day of the year. Then one of his wise men says, I will get someone who can answer you that, and you go and answer to that king who is taking you hostage, and perhaps you will save your life and also the kingdom. Now this woman was called in. She was not at all good looking, she had a hump, but she was very wise. The whole kingdom knew that what answer she's going to give, that's going to be the correct answer. But she put a condition. She said, I will give you that answer, provided you will marry me. Well, you know, the life and the marriage, he says, it was one of the most ugly women. He says, yes, I'll marry because the life is more important. So he goes to the other kingdom when the last day is over. He gives the answer. The question was, what do the women want? The question asked was, what do the women want? And this lady or the woman who put this condition on the last day, and that was the answer. He says, give the women freedom to make choices. So he goes with this answer to the king. That was the correct answer. He says, take your kingdom back. You are a free man from today and you are a fellow king. He comes back to his kingdom. Now he has to live that promise that he has given to this woman and is to marry her. They get married. On the honeymoon, she asks, since you had asked me, I'll give you one more choice, that 12 hours a day, I'll be beautiful, and 12 hours a day, or 12 hours of the cycle of 24, I'll be what you see me. Now you make a choice, that do you want me as beautiful as a wife, or in the daytime, you want me as an ugly queen. Now, the king was in a dilemma. But having gained his life, he also became wise. So on the next day, when they again meet, he says, you make the choice. Because he had given that answer, so he knew that things like, so he ultimately gives to the woman that you make the choice what you want to be in that 12-hour cycle, whether in the daytime you want to be ugly queen and a beautiful wife, or the ugly wife, or the beautiful king, the queen. This woman was very pleased. She says, I grant you your boon, I'll be beautiful queen and a beautiful wife all 24 hours. So that's what, if you ask me, the women capacity, you must have your choice what you want to do. In the morning I was going for a walk, I'm staying here upstairs. I came and I've seen all this. You're beautiful. And one of the things that I found in that, it was repeated, that you're overwhelmed by the roles that you have to play, like a mother and sister, whatever. in fact, one of the points I had written was, she's already covered them, so I'll not repeat them. I would say live life seamless. Now again I'll quote Indra Nooyi, who's the CEO of Pepsi. She was in an interview, and that's a beautiful thing when I say live life seamless. Because all these roles are not compartmentalized. Similarly, when she said God made the human beings, He didn't compartmentalize totally that they will be. So I would suggest that one of the points was that in the research, that initially you have plenty of time, then you become mother, you don't have time, and how to carry out. I said, why research cannot be done by a team? So that's the you should take a call. Now I'm also getting into this field from the army. Why should we have just a man doing the research independently, a woman doing research independently for your degree? Why it cannot be done together? I would say that will be more wholesome. And in my life, say 40 years I've served in the army, I found that each activity, each relationship, everything that happens in the world is all linked because the destiny, the God has made it that way. So that way our education at times handicaps us by looking at things in a compartment base. Like somebody said, science is an art and art is also a science. So I would say in your dealings, don't for a moment think that the gender is there. Like today I am a minority. There's 3 of us and 1/4 with my friend. But never feel that way. Anything that, then you'll not be biased, you're not carrying any baggage with you, you'll be successful. I can assure you, take it that way because sooner or later everybody will realize that you mean good for humanity. So that's what I have to say. And in decision making, that's what your thing is. When you have choices, make best choice. And when you don't have a choice, work the hardest. Thank you so very much for giving me this honor, and to my university allowing my colleagues to come. And I'll be looking forward to the interaction with the university and to gain from your experience and stature. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us a very important speech. Even though, not too long, but it is really very, very valid. We will take home sincerely and seriously the story that has been narrated by you also, that will actually more empower us, and then we will also share to our husband, male friend also, that they should also grant us a freedom to make a choice. And this is the beginning of the joint venture of the Mizoram University and Iqbal University.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
With these few words, I say thank you once again to you, sir. Now we go as per the schedule. So I would like to take undue opportunity once again here in this very afternoon. So it is because of the university authority that Women's Study Center could be established with a great difficulty. So here our authority, who is actually looking after the administration of the university, is here with us to grace this very occasion as a chief guest. He's a right man. So how many times I met him to discuss about the Women's Study Center establishment. When the Vice Chancellor, Professor Arnold Kantuanga, is not available, I go to him. If the VC is in present also, he always directed me to meet our Honorable Registrar, Mr. Cecil Kankuma. So he listening the problem that has been faced by this Women's Study Center for the full-fledged establishment of the center. He has taken lots of pains in order to activate the Women's Study Center. Now also, we are conducting this very program without even a single prize. I should say that. But they work so well so that money can be arranged. Then finally, sir, yesterday an order has come in a paper. Then a check will be actually issued. What I mean to say is that because the UGC has not yet released the fund that has been sanctioned. So, yeah, thank you. So they have got such, actually, a soft corner towards this establishment of Women's Study Center and its full activation of the center also. So I thank once again to the university authorities, and I thank personally to this honorable chief guest, Mr. Dr. Kumar also, for giving us such a wonderful chance to conduct this 5 days workshop, that is women capacity building. So with these few words, let me invite Sri Zotan Kumar, our honorable registrar, Mizoram University, to give us a valedictory speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Mizoram. Good afternoon, friends. I think right from the outset, I should avoid using the segregation of genders by saying ladies and gentlemen. So I think I should simply say friends. Professor Sophie, chairperson. Professor Zotai Tlomi, dean, School of Social Sciences. General Academicians, Vice Chancellor. 너는 뭐야? AIT3. Faculty, participants, dear friends. I didn't realize I had to deliver a speech here. On reaching here, the chairperson told me I had to deliver a speech. And wisely enough, I agreed. I let her decide what I should do.
Give me a freedom to make a decision. Thank you, sir.
That's right. I'd like to officially welcome General Mishra. I hope, we do hope you'll enjoy your dinner. And I want to congratulate the organizers for organizing this workshop, getting the kind of faculty, resource persons, participants. It's not easy, but if you manage exceptionally well. In MZU we have been sanctioned 5 centers. And this Women's Study Center is the youngest, but this is the first to be functional. I don't know at this rate what is going to happen. I'm at critical details. I want to thank all concerned in this show. This morning while watching the Shabdani video, I thought all Indian women should be taught everything, including martial arts, economic independence, application of intelligence, reasoning, logic. But fortunately, for the benefit of General Mishra, our society, Mizo society, is so equal. Our women are already empowered, unless our chairperson disagrees with me. Yeah. And while seeing one of the posters here, women in decision making. I recall, I don't know, a speech by one of a very prominent person, perhaps Sadhugan Sinha or someone. I think that was a good policy. Now, I should imitate Sadhugan Sinha, and I think I should let my wife decide what should be Donald Trump's policy, what Mr. Modi should do in this current situation, and I should manage on a smaller scale. I should manage my small house. So I think there could not be disagreements between us. Anyway, jokes apart, I'm really impressed with this workshop, the kind of feedback we have, and suggestions we have over there. I think we will remember the next workshops. And I hope we will keep up this collaboration we already started. We'll make it larger, and I hope I have more interactions with everybody here and with others also. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful workshop, and thank you for inviting me. I wish that whatever has been taught you shall be disseminated, shall be taught to others who need it. All participants here, you are to teach and disseminate what has been learned here. You are the agents for changing wherever necessary the fate of women in our society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. He has been called for many occasions. He doesn't give in some occasions such a long speech. But whenever he gives such kind of a speech, it is always such a very effective, that's really actually very painful and always very, very important speech he has given to us. So with this regards, I thank you once again for Mizoram for agreeing this occasion as a chief guest. So without you, actually it could not be concluded this very program also. Thank you once again, sir. And now, as per the program, distribution of the certificate is the most serious item we have after all this speech. Okay? So I would like to request Janet Balal Dimpui, who is a co-coordinator of this program. She is associate professor in Government Idle-Based College. She is also pursuing her PhD, going to be completed maybe in a few days to come in public administration. So Janet, you please come over here, and then I don't know how she's going to administer to distribute this certificate. The university teacher and the college teachers are really in need of this kind of seminar, certificate. So Janet, can I call you now? Are you ready? So that one you can leave it. For the first day we can leave it, and the second, the entire 1 week certificate may be distributed. Okay? Come over here. I don't know. You can use this one. You can invite.
May I call Professor Zoka to distribute the certificates for our women police officers? I think Thampui Pulangte, Additional SP Security, Government of Mizoram. PC Yansiampui, DSP, Police Headquarters, Aizawl. Jamil, DSP Police Headquarters. Then Moibar there, DSP Police Headquarters, Aizol. Then Moibar there. DFO of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of Mizoram. That's the Zoli Supervisor, Universal Women Helpline, Social Welfare Department. Jennifer Roblukui, Manager, Universal Women Helpline. Thank you, sir. Now, let's invite Moya, MPS, to distribute the prizes for the Academicians.
Prizes?
Oh, sorry, certificate. Dr. Ala Sampui, Assistant Professor, Government Isomers College. Certificate, sorry. Maryland Naomi, Associate Professor, Government Isomers College. Then there's Oliver there. Dr. Lansagi, she's not here. Dila Naomi, Marie, there being Liani Zadeh. Zarmoi, Aizol College. Lethan Kubli, Zaman Aizol College. Lethan Kubli. From the research scholars, Lil Satuanthani.
So let me invite Janet to propose a vote of thanks. Without a vote of thanks, no function can be concluded. Let me invite Janet.
Ideas are best shared in places where one feels comfortable and are able to express themselves. And it is this initiative that has been the goal of this workshop, to help women to capacitate themselves so that their skills and potentials could be utilized for the benefit, for the betterment of not merely the women themselves, but for the whole society. Distinguished personalities, participants, colleagues, and dear friends, it is a great privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. I take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor, Professor Arlet Hanthuanga, for initiating the Women's Studies University, Women's Studies Center in the university, and the manifold efforts that he has given to the university and the Women's Studies Center in particular. Professor Yanzela, the Vice Chancellor in charge at the moment of Mizoram University, for his endless support towards the plight of women and also for the Women's Studies Center. Uzo Pankoma, Indian Defense and Account Service, the Registrar of Mizoram University, thank you, sir, for your endless support. And we are grateful that the Women's Studies Center has been initiated in the university during your registrarship, and we hope that you will continue to support us. Ms. Veena Lakshmi, she has been with us from day one, though she had to go to Champai. She had cancelled her tickets to be with us this afternoon. And I must also thank Professor Zokai Tuangi, the first women dean of the School of Social Sciences. Thank you, ma'am, for your continued support that you have given to the center. Pula Moya, NPS AIG3, Police Headquarters, for graciously coming to this event. And we hope and pray that the law enforcement personnel will continue to render services to the growth of the university and also to cater to the needs of the women. Lieutenant General Retired Dr. Anil Kumar Mishra, the Vice Chancellor of our university, a special guest in this August function. though the acquaintance with you, sir, has been very recent as last night, we hope that there will be more initiatives with you, Mizoram University and Phi University in the future to come, and we thank you, sir, and your team for your presence this afternoon. Thanks to the resource persons, for the speakers, for taking the pains to deliver fruitful presentations, and to the Chief Protocol Officer and the staff for their generosity in making it possible to avail this conference hall for the duration of this program, of this workshop. The press and the media for their continuous support in creating awareness and sensitizing the public about the plight of women and also the different activities of Mizoram University. The participants of the workshop, the women police officers, the state women forest officer, the social welfare personnel, and from the academic fraternity, you just cannot imagine how valuable you are, because without you, this workshop would have been just a dream. Thanks to the manifold efforts of Professor Pathi, Professor Tuanga, Dr. Muthu Lakshmi, Dr. Chalpui, Dr. Irina, Babu, and the supporting staff of the Department of Public Administration for their endless support to this workshop. Behind every successful venture lies a dedicated team. The vivacious, extraordinaire, par excellence Professor Zoe, the committed Jacob, the dependable Sana, young, energetic, exuberant Sati, and of course the team of the trainers of capacity building on women managers. Now getting my lines. Somte is here with us, Mary is here with us, Remy, Dr. Mal Somi. They have been with us from day one and they continue to be with us today. And we hope that you will work towards the enrichment of women and also to continue their support towards Women's Studies Center. Thanks to all those who I missed, but you know who you are. So as we move forth, let us remind ourselves once again that greater deeds remain. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think the lunch is ready. Where are we going to have? Where are the people? Dining hall. Upstairs.